It's another episode of The Final Word. Myself, Wes, and that's my boy Shane over there. And we've got a special guest on. Should we say who it is? I don't know. In case he doesn't turn up. We'll just keep it a surprise until then. But if you're a Harriers fan, you're at the game. Let's just say he might have scored 2 goals. So does that give it away? I think so, maybe a little bit. So Shane, you were there. You said it's going to be tough against Curzon Ashton on Saturday. 5-0, Shane. It was 5-0.
Well, Wes, thanks for having me on again tonight. Pleasure to join you as always. Yeah, it should have been tough, shouldn't it? We went through their credentials at the end of the last episode, on the fringes of the playoffs. But there are 2 things. Harriers were far, far better than we have been. I was speaking to a couple of Curzon fans after, and they let me into 1 or 2 things. So the perfect storm, hopefully, to snap that little negative streak that we'd been on for the last month, really.
Now, I watched the highlights. By the way, a big shout out to whoever's doing it. Is it Luke?
Luke, yeah.
They're just fantastic, man. The one where he's filming and right by Ashley and he crosses in, goal goes in. But I watched the highlights and 1-0 at half time, and they were kind of on top that half time. And it's a good job half time came. That's what I thought watching it, and then they just lost it. Curzon, that is, not Harriers. What did you think?
The first half hour or so, Curzon didn't get out of their half, but they did finish strong. But there's always, I think, an element of control about it for Harriers. But it's just that combination, as I said before, of Harriers being that good, Curzon not being so. But the second goal, as the cliche goal goes, was key, and then the goals flowed after that. Not primarily that's wrong, but aided and abetted, shall we say, by Curzon taking off the centre half, bringing on Craig Hobson, who's a big target man, to try and chase it. And then, as you saw with the 5th goal, we're getting into situations where we had 3-on-1 breaks. So in the end, we were able just to pick them off and just create plenty of opportunities against an exposed back line.
Have we done the double over Curzon?
No, the reverse was the Tuesday night. It's a 1-1 draw with the biggest scrambled goal you'll see. I think we officially awarded it to Nathan Cameron. But even now, I don't know if it was actually Nathan's goal, because it was from a corner, just scrambling. They've gone to clear it. It's hit off somebody's arse, and apparently it was Nathan's.
Well, there you go. What's happened to him? What injury has he got?
I think it might be something to do with his hamstring. I think it's some kind of pulled muscle. But maybe that's something we could ask our esteemed guest when he comes on in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Would that be cheeky? Would that be cheeky?
No, I don't think we should spend our time talking about another player. We talk about him and him only. Worship him for all the goals he scored so far. I know, man. So it was all about AMS. His headers, it's the cross. It's just poetry in motion. That's what I felt when I saw it.
It wasn't until I watched the video back for his first one, I think it is, where you just realised the leap on him.
Yeah, I know.
It's just literally like a salmon, wasn't it? Again, as the cliche goes, that's 2 for the pot now. But Christ almighty, what a ball, what a header. And then we did it again for AMS's seconds. It's like we've always said, the front 4, when they're pairing, the connection is there. It really is something. And we saw the shooter recovery there, I think, on Saturday.
I've just had a thought then. Right. Okay. So if you're watching this at home or on the train or wherever you're watching it from, we spend quite a lot of time coming up with questions. And I mean, I know it doesn't sound like we do, but we do. We do lots of questions and that. And I've just thought, Shane, ask the esteemed guest if he practices jumping in training to get that high, like a salmon or a basketball player. Ask him that. How does he get so high?
Well, it's a fair question. If you think of the NFL, for those American sport people among us. One of the big things in their combine is their vertical leap, isn't it? So obviously, probably not to the extent with how big set pieces are and how big a part of the game heading is in the game. You'd have thought there'd be something, sort of spring motion exercises, something like that, just to try and, because it's an advantage, isn't it? Really, especially if you play more direct.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Ronaldo, he's the guy who gets the highest, right?
He's got to be up there, and if we pardon the pun.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when we talk about interviews, we kindly got this guy on. I just literally sent him a message and I just pleaded a bit, and he came on. Who would you like to get on, Shane, next week? Who do you think we should get on?
Oh, next week. Oh. Now we've got to be careful what we say here, because if the team are watching, we don't want to offend anybody, do we? No. So I think you've obviously done a couple already on your own before we kicked off the return of the final words. Obviously, we covered Luke, we've covered Hello.
Which is brilliant.
We've got hey, Ross Penn would be cool, wouldn't it?
Could happen. Twice it's supposed to happen, and twice he's not been there because he's got some other things to do.
Yeah, it's got a promotion to win, just tiny things like that, A little bit of foreshadowing for you there, folks. You lot can pick that out.
There you go. What year is that shirt from? Is that shirt you're wearing?
That is, yes. It's the same one as last week as well, for the Keen of Eye.
Is yours signed like mine?
No, well, we're not all big time like you, Wesley.
I might have bought it signed, so it's kind of big time Charlie that I am. And this one, what year was this?
Oh, they test. No, I've got that shirt as well in the drawer.
Joma, what a terrible kid they are. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
And there was a Colin Gordon. It's Colin Gordon era. I remember that. I was trying to make out a couple of those SIGs there, which would give away the squad.
You got no idea.
But,
NMR.
Give us.
Is that Keith Lowe? That's what it says, Keith. But I don't know.
It might be. But those of you watching, get in the comments. Hit us up on the Twitter, wherever you see.
Live, to be honest. We need to figure out. We were going to do that, weren't we, last week? But never mind.
Let us know, because I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying the wrong year.
Yeah, no, you should do. Talk about Colin Gordon. Now, when everyone says Colin Gordon, I just have good memories. Well, I say good memories.
Oh,
listen.
And sword, you can.
He helped me out with the hotline because we were in Brackley. Me and my dad had turned up really early. The players got off, the coach, and then Colin came and joined some of the fans who were there. It was like 2 hours early or whatever. And I spoke to Colin and I said, look, I've set up this Facebook group and I'd really like to get some people on from the club. And he said, well, you've never asked. And I said, well, would you come on? And he went, yeah. And he gave me his business card. And I was like, brilliant. And then I got him on. But he was always kind of honest with me, Colin, which is a very rarity. Like, it was the defender we got in.
Liam Daly.
No, not him. He was the shit one.
Ooh.
No, the other guy, he was from Huddersfield, I think.
No, Fraser Horsfall.
Yeah, so we signed him. Well, we didn't sign him. We got him on loan. And I said to Colin, and I remember this, I said, Colin, wouldn't it be great if we could just get him on loan to the end of the season? And Colin Gordon said to me, I tell you what, Wes, wouldn't it be better if we could just sign him full time? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, we're going to. I was like, no way. So he gave me an exclusive there. So that was cool. And also he spent 75 grand on a player who wasn't fit. Come on. Come on. It's crazy. I love him.
That's it. Players now dropped into step 4 with Ilkeston Town, looking to get promoted into I presume they're going to the Southern League Central.
Dan Bradley.
Dan Bradley, yeah.
But he should have been amazing. He should have been amazing. But he wasn't.
To be fair, Ilkeston are, I think, as they always have been, if you're aware of the lower steps, they've always had a few quid. There was a second or third iteration of the club, and they go for the title with Halesowen Town and Chasetown. Lovely little three-way battle there. But this isn't the Ilkeston Town, the Halesowen Town, or the Chasetown podcast. It's the Harriers Hotline, isn't it? So, bring wrestling back in. I've got a little Colin Gordon exclusive myself. He hinted to me when we was at Deeping Rangers all them years ago in the FA Cup, live on the BBC, about that we had an experienced league centre-half with hundreds and hundreds of appearances coming into the club, and that turned out to be none other than our current assistant manager, Jimmy O'Connor.
Do you know, when we signed him, you say people slag off Colin, but getting him to come in, he was like Walsall's Player of the Year, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, he was.
And they were going mad, the Walsall fans. They were going absolutely potty. They were going crazy. Why you signed him? Why would he sign him? Why would you do that? Yeah, really? No ideas.
That was then. This is now, though. We'll leave all that stuff where it belongs in the distant past.
Absolutely. But it's nice to look back and with fun memories.
It can
only because I know a load of fans will be like, what is he talking about? But, man, come on now. Come on. This is what I'm saying. And also padding for time. We've got 4 minutes to fill. 4 minutes. Anyway.
I'll send all the hate your way.
We've got Russ Penn. We've got Russ Penn on for the 11th of April. He's coming on, supposedly, Monday night. Are you free Monday night?
I don't charge you for my time any other night, do I, Wes?
No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't either. It's easy to lose friends in this industry.
Oh, yes.
It's easy to lose them, Right, so Russ Penn, next week. Let's put it to the people. Who do you guys watching on demand? Who do you guys want to see come on to the final word? Well, they wanted John Wenham or Wenham, the kit man, the ladies' favourite kit man. And I sent him a couple of messages and he just didn't fancy it. So, he didn't reply. It's not a fact. Oh, no, he did reply, but he said, I can't, I'm too busy. I was like, okay. So, yeah, I mean, you can chase these people for so long, but then, you get bored and someone else comes in and gets them instead. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it could be nice and topical. I mean, Keziah Martin, first senior goal on Saturday. Well taken. Could try and get him on to talk through that. Big milestone in his young fledgling career.
How old is he?
Early 20s, I think. His first senior goal, I believe. Well taken as well. There's a good high press from Kez and some brilliant composure to slot it past Chris Renshaw. So I think that was 4-0.
It was. I thought Fremantle was going to score the 5th, but his legs didn't work so well. He just hit it straight at the keeper, who then gave it to Sammy Austin, who was like, bang, bye, bang.
Yeah, it was a classic start the move, finish the move, weren't it? It'd have been nice for Ethan to score. His endeavour always deserves one. He doesn't always get what he deserves, does he, Ethan?
Get him on. Maybe we could have a speak. I know I want to get on. I know I want to get on next week. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see if he's available. Oh, he's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. He's here. Just hold on, buddy. Hold on. We're not worthy. Do that shit. We're not worthy. Worthy. He's not connecting. He don't want to do it anymore. We'll see. We'll see. Can you hear me, Amari?
Hello.
Mate, where's your face? Where's your face?
Bear with me.
Of course.
Technology is not my strongest suit.
Oh, mate. It's okay. Just click the button in the... Oh! We're not worthy, Shane. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. There he is.
How are we?
Mate, we're amazing. We've been padding for time for you before you. Oh, where you gone? You'll get there eventually, Amari. I think. I really do think.
I'm a bit dark.
There we go. That'll do.
You got a baseball cap on.
That's me.
Obviously. So let me start this off because we can't stop and then start again. We have to just keep going. Okay. Look at that mug. It's Alan Shearer's best friend, Amari Morgan-Smith, everyone. Yay! Come on, Shay, here he is.
Oh, on the arm.
Amari, do you speak with Alan every day or just every week?
Just occasionally, yeah. Just the odd occasion. He says congratulations every time I score and that. Do you know what I mean?
Wow. Oh, man. He never congratulates me on anything. And seriously, I've done loads of cool things, but yeah, that's fine. Did you ever fancy just stealing the celebration?
Celebration, yeah. I might do that one day, to be fair.
Do it. But then he'll never reply. Then he'll never reply.
I know, yeah.
He'll be like, no way, man. Okay, so listen, Alan Shearer and you are the best friends. You'll probably move in together at some point in the future, I would have thought. But my first question to you, Amari, is let's talk about how you ended up at Kidderminster again for the 39th time.
I know. Well, to be fair, I've got a great connection with Kidderminster. It obviously didn't really come from Kidderminster itself. It just came from Russell Penn, the master, to be honest.
No.
So, yeah, he just messaged me when I was at Alfreton, to be fair, and just put the feelers in there, see how I was getting on and stuff like that. And at the time, I was going through a difficult time off the field, and I think it was just right for me to get back closer to home, to be fair. So it was all works well for all parties, to be honest, and the rest is history.
Shane, before you ask your question, I've got a friend who's a Luton fan and goes home and away, and he said he texted for the FA Cup West Ham game and said, "Oh my God, you've got Amari playing for you. I miss him. Can't he come back to us?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so. But you know, you're still loved in Luton, Amari. How's that feel?
Yeah, I mean, massive club, to be fair. In such the fan base was incredible when I was there. I was appreciated a lot for my time there, and I appreciate the love, to be fair. So yeah, I've not been back since, to be honest, which is I've not had time to go back, but one day hopefully go back and show my appreciation back to the fans. Yeah.
Can you give a shout out to Nick? He'll be watching this, I would have thought.
Nick.
Yeah, there you go, Nick. How many did you score for Luton?
There for 2 seasons. I was hit with quite a lot of injuries as well, to be fair. The first season I was there, I got about 13 or something like that, but I was playing left wing. Remember rightly, for Kidderminster, I was playing on the wing as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've chipped in with a fair few goals in the first season, to be fair. I was hampered with injuries in the second season. But at that time, I was getting a lot of interest from higher opposition, from Championship clubs and stuff like that. Unfortunately, hampered from injuries, which my career obviously went a different path towards the Kidderminster path. So,
beautiful path. Beautiful. Best path ever.
The best one there. A couple of England C caps at that time at Luton, was it as well, Amari, or am I misremembering that?
No, that's perfect. Yeah. Actually, my first call-up came when I was at Ilkeston.
Yeah.
I was probably one of the first or the few players to play at the level that they were at. I think they were in the Conference North at the time.
Gone.
Sorry.
Come back, Amari. Come back. All's forgiven. Come back.
There's Luton calling.
Yeah, he's on the phone to Luton. Oh my God, he's got the Premiership. Oh my God.
I'm using my phone, you see. Apologies for that. So I'll be getting phone calls. Hopefully they will stop coming through. I don't know how to stop it whilst we're recording. I apologise for that.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's all good fun.
Every phone call I get, I will decline for you guys. Don't worry.
Unless it's like, Man United or whatever, then you can let us know. You give us the scoop and then that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, sorry, where was I? Yeah, so, yeah, I got my first call-up and recognition when I was at Ilkeston. From Ilkeston, I moved to Luton, so I carried on my my England call-ups. I got 3, I think, all in all. And that's where the connection came with Kidderminster, because Steve Burr worked with England C, and he liked me as a player there, so... Yeah, I still got a connection with Steve Burr from then, to be honest.
Shane, I've got another question before you ask your question.
Jump in, my friend.
Sorry,
jump in.
Amari, now, at that level, when you've got an England C cap, were there any players at that time that you watched and thought, oh, Jesus Christ, man, he's going places? And did they go places?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, to be honest. At that time, we had... Jake Howells, who was he probably a Luton legend as such. He made a lot of appearances at a young age. He played alongside me. there was a few more that filtered through the conference and in the lower level. So there wasn't really anyone that got to Premier League out of my squad. Andre Gray was in the next squads later in the one after me. He got the one after me, so he filtered into obviously having a great career so far. We played against Belgium. Courtois was in goal, which was good.
Wow! What?
And right back, what's his name? What's his name now? Right back.
Shane will know. Guarantee you'll know.
I'm trying to think back the 10 years.
I'll
be honest.
We'll play it right back. Oh, I can't think of his name now. But yeah, it was just a case of sometimes you come up across these names and they obviously do go on to have a great career. I would have thought my career has been half decent myself, to be honest. So yeah, it was a talented squad to be involved in. The reason they do it is to create the moments for people to come and watch. And I'm sure that a lot of people have had great careers from the England Sea setup.
Do you get to keep the kit?
You do, yeah. Funny enough,
oh,
you do.
Nice.
You get to keep. Obviously, they have a lot of kits. To be fair, you get. I think you get 4 in total. You get 2 away and 2 home ones. So, I've got them up, framed up, nice and ready to let the kids see that when they get older. So,
eBay,
nice.
On eBay, what? Shane, take over, mate.
Oh yeah, just bringing it back, Amari, to the last time you were with us. I think it was 2013-14 after the loan spell. How different is the club now compared to then, if it is, of course?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not that long ago, but it does feel like a long time ago. I'm not going to say that the club in a way of, I won't talk about the fans first, because the fans are incredible then, and they are incredible now. And I'm sure there's a lot of fans that were there then that are still supporting the football club now. So I've always been one that I've always been connected to the fans. I always remember behind the goal being bouncing and getting us through games for when we was in the conference. So it hasn't changed in dramatic fashion, I would say.
Yeah.
But I do think that now we are connected with the community a lot better. Obviously because of the season that we are having, the way the gaffer and Jim have connected the whole community and the vibe around the place. It's great to see, and it's great to be a part of, to be honest. And long may that continue.
I'd echo that. Actually, it's been years, speaking as a fan, of the connection with you guys, home, away, everywhere. It's been years since we felt like that. So just to say it's genuinely the same with the players is, pardon the pun, that I think that's the third for the pot if you're counting. It's massive.
Yeah, it's
really
close to my heart in a way of I want this football club to get into the levels and the leagues that they deserve to be at, which I remember being on the stage where we was close to getting back into the Football League, and I think that's where the club deserves to be, getting into the mix of that, to be honest. So hopefully I can be a part of that, to get us on that road again.
I mean, we'll take Champions League. That's fine. Champions League.
Yeah.
Shane, got another question?
Yeah. Again, it's just circling back to something you said not too long ago, Amari. Pretty much everywhere you've been really prolific, haven't you? Even at Alfreton, they were gutted when we stole them from you for halfway through your contract, I think, if I remember rightly. We won't talk about that. But obviously, a bit of a slow start this season with the hangover from last season. So how was that for you personally? Do you feel like you had to play catch up, and how hard was that, especially with the emergence of Ethan Fremantle? And how do you guys get on? I know you'll all push each other to do well, but with the system we play, was there a case of, I love you, but I need to get my place back?
Great question, to be honest, Shane. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the start of the season was a difficult season for me. A hangover from last season. On a personal note, it was one where I was in the background, and it was a situation where I've not been or handled that in my career, to be fair. So I had to deal with that myself, but I also had to keep myself sharp off the field and try and get behind the lads and try and make sure that they started the season well. Obviously, you've mentioned Ethan. I was behind him in every step of the way, trying to help him with his game as much as I could. Obviously, me not playing, so I do think that he took that role very well, and he's kicked on now, and he's there doing what I was doing when I wasn't playing. He's now backing me up and he's pushing me all the way, and that's only a good competition to have at a football club.
Definitely,
I love that. Amari, it's been talked about before, the dressing room, the ethos is everyone gets on and stuff. In fact, the dressing room's so good. What's his name from West Ham, Declan Rice, wanted to have a shower with you guys. So is the dressing room that good, Amari? You switched his camera off again. Oh, he's got another phone call. Who is it now, Shane? It's Everton. It's Everton.
Would you want to go to Everton at the minute, the way they're going?
No way. No,
yeah, I mean, Declan Rice, I'm sure Simo touched on it. I'm going to touch on it a little bit more in depth because I thought what a great character he is to do that. He didn't need to do that. I don't think he'd done it for any particular accolades or anything like that. And to see, I looked around and just to look at a few of the lads' faces to see him when he walked in was special. Was a very special moment. I think it will live in a lot of players' heads for the reason that he just came in and just was like a normal guy, really.
Did he apologise, Amari?
I wouldn't say he apologised. He embraced it as much as we embraced him being in the change room. I think cheekily asked for some shower gel, which I'm sure that he could buy shower gel in abundance. But, yeah, it was a surreal moment, but it was a moment that we will grasp as players, and hopefully we can get that moment again in the future to come. We can have a Premier League club come, and we can have Premier League players coming in our change rooms and sharing showers with us for sure.
Amari, I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with you, okay? Now, this is not a bad way. It's just every time you score, you run to the main stand, okay? But would it be brilliant if you ran to the east stand where me and Shane sit at the bottom and you come and celebrate with us? Wouldn't that be amazing?
I will definitely have that in mind. A lot of people do ask for requests on celebrations and...
Really?
Yeah, a lot. I get a lot. And sometimes, and I'm going to put this out to everybody, I do apologise because, as you can imagine, scoring a goal, the feeling you get from it, it's an indescribable feeling. So
no, I cannot imagine. You crazy. So,
yeah, what actually happens when you score a goal just happens off the cuff. Sometimes you don't think about it; it just happens naturally. Sometimes players will jump on you where you can't move, so you just got to celebrate where you are, to be fair. But definitely, we'll have that in mind.
Well, when I'm there, I've told Ash this, and Ashley Hemmings, you know him? He set you 2 goals up.
Yeah.
You
know that guy.
Yeah, you know that guy. He said that. Yeah, he said he's on it. He said, "Well, I'm there next because I live in South Wales, so we'll talk about that maybe later." So when I'm there next, I'll let you know. You'll see me. I'm in my metal scooter. So just you'll see me before the game, and then I'll keep my eye on you. And if you score and you go that way, I'm going to scoot on and say, "Listen, mate, over this way." Hopefully, we'll celebrate.
Love that. Well, we've got a few more home games for the end of the season, and I'll definitely have that in mind.
Amari, let's touch about home life, because I'm sure you never really talk about home life, but you're a dad, and I'm a new dad. Do you always get involved in sports day? And if so, do they make you the referee?
Well, funny enough, sports day, my last sports day, I couldn't get involved because of COVID. Obviously, that little thing called COVID. So, and everybody knows, not being big-headed or big time, but they know who I am. So I don't want to get involved in it. It's not fair if I was to get involved, so I actually don't get involved as such. My youngest, she hasn't had a sports day as such where parents can get involved. So that one, I don't know how to answer that one, to be honest, because I've not really been involved in any. But if I did, I would not lose, because I hate losing, and and yeah, I would make sure my win all their races as well, if possible.
Obviously, trip the other kids up, and that's fine. I mean, it goes in the game.
Absolutely, just be a winner. That's all I say. Well, obviously, it's all about fun and all the rest of it, but let's be winners, eh?
Well, it's funny you say that, Amari, because you were talking about how, you're big time, which is brilliant, because you are, to us, to me and Shane, you are big time. Thank you so much for coming. But I was watching David Beckham, bit of big time as well. He was on Graham Norton, and he had to referee a game that one of his kids was playing in, and his kid tripped up one of the opposition in the penalty box, and he didn't know what to do. And he looked at the away fans, and he looked at the home fans, and he kept looking at the parents, and they had to give a penalty. And his kid was crying his eyes out, and he ran past him and went, "I hate you, Dad." So maybe that's the come, Amari. Maybe that's the come.
Give me a yellow card. I would have given me a yellow card, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Shane, ask a question, please. I'm hogging Amari.
Yeah, hogging the hotline.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So, I'm interested actually about the celebration. So you mentioned it's just a complete head loss. See, but you've got a little trademark there. There we go. We've got it. Talk us through that. Where did that come from? And is there any meaning behind it? Or is it just complete head loss first thing to get your hand somewhere and don't offend nobody?
No, another great question, to be honest. Well, it's a bit of a personal one, to be fair. As you imagine, a lot of people have asked about the celebration as well. And yeah, I just want to keep that one very personal, to be fair.
That's not a problem.
It's not nothing bad or in any way. If you can see on my Instagram, there's a little title underneath it, just hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Yeah. So it's just a little bit of on that, really, to be fair. And I'm a big believer in that, really. So it's a case of just get your head down and focus on what you can do, and don't hear about what other people think about you, or what you see. Just get your head down and do what you can do, really.
I was going to put out, I would have thought maybe you did that because as soon as you score, Ash Hemmings runs over, drops a massive fart, and you got to stop it, man. You're like, Ash, go, Ash, you stink. Maybe it's that. I don't
yeah, well,
I think the first one's a little better.
Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. Sorry, Ash. Sorry, mate. I love Ash. He's my boy, man. I love him. Yeah, so there you go. Shane, we've got a great question about the North Stand. Can you want to ask it?
We've all talked about the fans, and obviously we saw G do it, didn't we, Geraldo Bejrami pop into the North Stand for one of the Tuesday night games.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Liverpool. No. He's Liverpool.
No, yeah, I apologise. Honestly, my phone does ring a lot.
You're a big thing.
You're a big time player.
I should have used my laptop.
Maybe next time, if you come on. Keep going, Shane. It's a great question.
Sorry.
Yeah. What are the odds if, for whatever reason, it makes a squad injury or whatever? What are the chances of you doing a G and getting into the North Stand where all the action is?
Well, firstly, I do want to be involved in at all times.
Fair reply.
Secondly, I'm all for that, to be fair, because I am thinking back when I was at Cheltenham. We played away at National League
winning Cheltenham team. I'll see you to remember as well.
I was injured and we played away at Tranmere, and I got involved with the fans, to be fair, and I quite enjoyed it, to be fair. So that's definitely something I would definitely do. I'd be in the mix, as they call it.
Would you start a song though? Are you good at singing?
Absolutely, I'll start the song. I'm very loud in the way of I'll definitely get it going.
What would you sing?
Oh, great question. I'll just sing all the songs that are going. That or the rest that are going so far, really, because they've been amazing. Sammy Oppie Saturdays, Nathan Cameron, baby.
There we go.
Oh man, he's got it. He's got everything. Oh, I'm loving this right now. I'm loving it. Amari, this is a personal question, and I really hope that you can give good thought to this question. I asked it to Ash, I asked it to Luke Simpson, and Molly Maguire. We love Molly Maguire. Peace and love to her. My question is, what were your first pair of football boots, and do you still have them?
Wow.
Yeah,
That is.
This is what you get. This is what you get here.
Wow. I do remember my first ones, but I do not have them. They were Umbro Specialis. I don't know why my mum bought them, but she obviously knew what she was doing. My mum bought them out of the blue. I didn't know if she knew how good of a boot they were, but I actually took to them very well. I just used to wear them everywhere, to be fair. Me and my older brother, who's 2 years older than me, had the same exact pair. And yeah, from that day on, I just was football. And I kicked them. I remember kicking them till there was nothing left to the boot, literally nothing left to the boot. And yeah, so yeah, Umbro Specialis.
Now, your mum obviously knew you were going to be a big-time Charlie. She just knew. She knew you wouldn't be involved in any sports days. She just knew, man. She knew back in the day. She's like,
I thank her so much because she was a single parent. She took me to up and down the country. So thanks to Mumsy.
AMS. When people call you AMS, do they then shorten it to AMS?
Yes, I've had that. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Thanks, AMS. Appreciate that. Can we shorten it to AMS?
I've had Morgs. I've had Amari, obviously. I've had AMS. I've had AMS. I've had Smudger, Smithy. I don't really like the Smudger or Smithy part, so Morgs or Morgie Bear I've had.
That's a good one.
So yeah, I've had a few, to be fair, which I like.
Man, that's amazing. Shane, you got the next question, mate.
Yeah, we've got quite a few here.
You asked this one.
Right through.
So yeah, obviously you talked about moving closer to home. So you think you're a Wolves boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
So who? Obviously, for us, it's Harriers. For you, the right answer obviously is Harriers. But
yeah.
if you've got a team, who is it, and what drew you to them?
So my team is Manchester United.
What drew you to
them? Come on, we've won a lot of trophies. Come on.
Come on, mate.
One of those as a kid, were we?
No, I don't want him to celebrate with me, Shane. No way. He's gone.
So it was Wolves and Manchester United because I've been from Wolves. But when they released me, I just didn't like them anymore. So
fair enough.
Yeah, bad Wolves.
Man United, for the reason of my granddad took me to one of the first games I went to at Old Trafford. So yeah, that was it from then. He took me there. He's a really, really die-hard Man United fan. He always wears a scarf every day of the week. So yeah, I think that's the connection really from Wolverhampton, but I support Man United.
So let's delve a little bit further into that, if that's okay. Morganator, that's what I'm calling now.
Yeah.
So what Man United team was it? Was it the class of 92 or what was it?
Do you remember the chip that Cantona scored? I was in around that time, if I remember rightly. It's a long time ago now.
Is that where he looked around and just celebrated like that?
Yeah, around them times. So
94, I want to say.
Who was it
like that? Against Leeds?
Against Leeds, maybe. I thought you were going to say you were there, Amari, to be honest. You kicked it right on me.
Around them times, because I do remember that goal, and when I was younger, and that was it's one of my favourite goals. So yeah.
Did you try and recreate that?
Oh, I have in the back garden with my Umbros on. I was trying to do that.
Can you recreate that on Saturday at Bradford? Can you do that, maybe?
Best, trust me, I will try my best, and I will do the stare that he done as well. Not round. Yeah, what a celebration that was.
It was mental. He was just a crazy guy. Right, another personal question. You obviously don't mind about them, but this is a great question. What's a day in the life of AMS like?
Wow, great question.
We want to know, man. We want to get to know you, buddy.
I'll go for. Do you want to go for a day when we're working at training, or day off? A day off.
Yeah. A day off.
Right. Okay. Day off would be, so I'm single at the minute, so I'm not with my partner or my kids. So I'm single. So I've got a lot of time on my own to be off here.
Are you single, Amari? We should get set up on a date with someone. Do you know what I mean? Helen,
I didn't want to put it out.
Oh no, that's Les. That's Les's.
I didn't want to put it out to the world, but that's what I'm trying to say. I've got a lot of time. Well, not
loads of time.
I wouldn't say a lot of time, but yeah, I'm at this recent moment in time. I've got time to work on me, so I'm working on me a little bit. I do tend to play golf here and there. I'm not sure if you've seen on my Instagram yesterday. I was trying to get back in the swing of things, but I wasn't great. So let's talk about a day off. On a Wednesday, I would probably do a bit of gym work, get my legs back going from a game on a Tuesday night or a tough Tuesday training session. Then I'd probably go for a Costa coffee as such, because I love them. If they want to send me some free coffees or anything like that.
They won't be watching it, mate. They won't be watching it.
Worth it. And then, I pick my little girl up from school on a Wednesday. She'll then take her for a few snacks and take her to dance and things like that, and then come back and have movie night and cook her some food, and then take her to school on Thursday morning. So I do enjoy that day. Probably one of my best days of the week, to be fair.
No, it is. It absolutely is. As a new parent, Amari, I've got a girl as well. Her name's Molly. She's incredible, and she likes to pull lots of little faces. Like, she doesn't like. Yeah. She's 20 months old, but honestly, what a diva! What a diva!
They're the best at that age. Trust me. They're so cute at that age. But yeah, you've got it all to come. When they do get a little bit of back chatting, and they do listen to everything you say. So you got to be careful what you say, and they will try and use it in the best way they can.
Oh man,
absolutely brilliant.
You know, that sounds beautiful. I almost want to give you a hug. I know we can't. Can we all just hug it out? Sorry, need to hug. Come on, everyone's hug it out.
There we go.
That's beautiful. Amari, if I'm ever I will be in the Midlands, but if I'm ever there on a Wednesday, I'll make sure I am, and we can have a Costa together. I'll even buy you a hot chocolate. How's that sound? Absolutely.
But whenever you feel like it, I do indulge in a nice little moment of a coffee. To be fair, what would be your order?
Right, okay. So I just go chocolate mad. So I'd be like, right, I want a pan au chocolat. I want those twisted chocolate croissant things, and I want a hot chocolate, the big one, please, all the cream and some marshmallows. Yeah. That's what I'll go for. But what am I getting you, man, on our little bro date? What am I getting you?
As I'm watching the old stomach, and I'm an athlete as such, I have to be careful. So I'll probably go for an oat latte, oat milk. This is being serious as well. I'm about to be serious.
I know.
This is my order: oat milk latte with sugar-free caramel, extra hot. And then I would probably go for a carrot cake if I want to feel like having something sweet.
You've cheated a little bit.
Nice.
A little bit.
You've had a bit of veg and you've had a cake.
Bit of sugar in there.
Frosting. I love that. You have absolutely. This is my best question. I think you've put me into the best question zone. So the gaffer, you know him, right? The gaffer, Russ Penn, says to you, he says, "Listen, Amari, come here. I noticed you only scored 3 goals today. I want you to score 4 next time. Listen, go out on me, have a cheat meal. Yeah, just get those angel levels up, mate. Just eat whatever you like. What are you going to? Oh, he's gone.
I'm not.
He's back.
What would I go for?
What would you go for? Because Ash, who you know, Luke, who you know, probably not so much because you're the one end of the pitch and he's the other end of the pitch. They've both said exactly the same thing. So what would you go for?
And I'm going to guess what they went for, or I actually know what they went for because we talk about it at training, to be fair, and at football. But I'm going to be different because I don't want to be. And I'm going to be...
No, if you want to go for it, you go for it. And there's a reason why you should go for it. I'll tell you why after you've gone for it.
Okay. There's 2 options, okay? 2 options. If the gaffer was saying you go and have what you want, go and indulge.
Do it. Calories don't count.
Yeah, I would go for a Chinese, obviously.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Something in that Chinese will have to be prawns, because I love king prawns. Prawns.
Nice.
Second, if it wasn't Chinese, I'd probably go for I'd probably go for I would probably that's
tough, isn't it? You can't waste this.
See, I'm not an Indian fan. I'm not a pizza fan as such. I wouldn't choose. Okay, I eat pizza because we have pizza a lot, but I would, if that was my meal where he said, go and enjoy yourself, I would probably just it'd probably just be Chinese, to be fair, and proper go for it. Chinese. You can't beat a good Chinese, can you? Really?
You can't.
Solid.
And the reason I said that is because where I live in Wales, the best Chinese in Wales is literally 1 mile away from me. So I invited Ash down, but then I found out Luke likes Chinese, so I invited Luke down, and now I'm inviting Amari down.
Obviously, I'll be at the table.
I'm buying it. I'm paying for all your Chinese that night. I said to Ash, if we got promoted, I'd buy him Chinese every week. And then I realised that would probably cost a fortune, so I didn't want to do that in the end. You know what I mean? I wasn't a massive fan of that, to be honest.
We're gonna take that offer up, to be fair, and we'll do it.
It's really nice here. Bring your daughter down, man. Honestly, the beaches are amazing. It's quality.
I do actually. Sorry, missed out. I actually am a big fan of fish and chips. Massive fan, actually.
Solid.
A good solid fish and chips. And tartar sauce and mayonnaise on the side. Bosh.
Solid after a long away day as well. A good Chinese or something, getting back and
that's the one.
Knock it out, man. We've got to.
Were you? No, you weren't here when Jan Marby was in charge, were you, Amari?
No.
Because every away game, when they got on the coach, if they won or if they lost, someone would go on and would order like 30 fish and chips, bring on the coach. They'd eat that on the way back. So.
No way. See, that would probably be my ideal trip back, to be fair.
That and 3 points, but fish chips is more important. So there you go. I just love the way we're all friends. Like we should all get tattoos that say like we're the hotline crew. Get across there, and we'll all do this as we get it done. Hello. Shane, go on. Fill your beat.
Yeah, right. You're going about like the Costa, and I remember an Instagram post off Hemo as well. I think. But I was listening to something with Alex Penny as well. He mentioned a brilliant prank that he had played on him at I think it was when he was at Peterborough about Nando's. Obviously we'll keep it clean. Anything that's not too brutal, we'll let you filter it, Amari. But is there any good pranks that you've had done to you, or that you've played on anybody that you'd be able to share with us?
Oh, hello. It is. Well done, Shane. Excellent.
Yeah, really good, Shane. See, you have to be careful now, don't you? With what you say.
No, you really don't.
You can leave names out if you need to.
As you can imagine, I've been in an era of where you could get away with a lot before. You can't get away with too much nowadays. So I think the banter level has gone a little bit softer, or would you say a little bit materialized in a way of it doesn't really happen anymore because it can get classed as bullying as such. But yeah, I've been in a few change rooms where there's been a few good ones. Yeah, I've been a victim, and I've also I would say I wouldn't go out looking for trouble. I would retaliate if I was picked on as such. So there was one stage, actually funny enough, at Kidderminster. There was one stage. James Dance, do you remember?
Oh yeah, he was at Luton as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At one point,
he had something funny to say about me before in front of everyone, which it didn't really go down as well as I liked, but everyone thought it was funny. So I said, cool. And then everyone said, don't take that, don't have that. He's going to retaliate. So this might be a bit vulgar, but I did it. So he had underlayers on.
Right.
And I've gone in the toilet. I needed to go. So I thought, you know what? I might as well go. So I've gone, dropped one in his underlip and just left it by his spot. After training, he's come back and the training room. it was a funny old change room, to be fair.
That's a good solid one there.
One, yeah. I think everyone's had the one where you get your socks cut and you try and put your foot in after training, your foot goes through the sock. Also the deep one in your boxers, so you put your box on and your private parts are burning. That one been used a few times over my career. But yeah, like I said, I'm not one that goes out and causes trouble because I know what I'm capable of. So,
Okay.
How tall are you, Amari? How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
6 foot?
Yeah.
I thought you were tall. I'd put him down at least 6'5", wouldn't you, Shane? 6 foot.
That's with that leap like on Saturday, that is.
Oh yeah, we want to talk about your leap on Saturday because oh my God, who are you, Cristiano Ronaldo? How do you get that high? What's happening? Do you practice leaps and stuff? Do you do training on that kind of thing?
Wow, I do not know, to be fair. I'm going to say over the years, the latter stage of my career, that's actually progressed. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know what I've done, but yeah, it's just got better and better, to be fair. I don't know if it's because I know how to time it a little bit better or it looks like it's better. I don't know, but yeah, a lot of people do say I've got a enormous leap as such.
Wow. I thought, I mean, you could have said anything there and we'd have totally agreed with it. You could have said like, I train in the sea with the salmons and that kind of thing. And then we all go together.
Can you just bear with me 1 second.
Really? No probs. He's totally on the phone now to Bayern Munich, right? He's got to be.
Oh yeah. Lewandowski's on his way out, and he's finished.
Oh my God, he's gone now. Sorry, mate. Sorry, pal. He came the hotline, the final word, and we lost our best player. Yeah, there you go. Well, this is going jolly well, isn't it, Shane?
Great. Amari's been really, really good. He's been a real good insight. It's been brilliant, hasn't it, really?
Have you got any more questions for him?
I think I'm all out, to be honest. So I love that prank. It's a good solid old school footballing prank from ones that I've seen and heard. So
he's back.
He's back.
You better stop talking about him. Oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it might sound vulgar, but it's one of the nicer ones, and there's you can imagine. I've heard quite a few. There's plenty of podcasts out there with the old pros. There's some real crackers in there. Did you see the G threw the spider on me? I've not heard about that one. No. What? You not seen that one? No. Yeah. Not. So yeah, there was a massive. Do you remember the stage where there was huge spiders for a minute? They're just going around everywhere. I think it was just about when we come back from. Yeah, about the start of the season period, there was just loads of massive spiders around. Everyone was putting them viral, big spiders. I had a couple myself, actually. As I come through the doors, all right. But anyway, there was a spider floating around the change room. Everyone didn't want to touch it. G, he obviously thought he was a big guy, so he picked it up. I thought it vanished and it went on its journeys. So gone into the change room, just minding my own business as you do, getting changed to go out. And then G's come in and threw it. It's literally right on me there. Bang! On me there. I've looked down and it's there. And I've just gone, whoa! And shaked. And then he's ran off. I tried to chase him. But yeah, he's 1-0 up, to be fair, on that one. Funny enough, you've reminded me now. So I need to get him back before the end of the season.
You definitely do, buddy. Definitely do.
Running out of time, 9 games.
It was. And a great question. It's gone. It's absolutely.
It'll come back to you. Trust me.
It will do. But stop staring at me. It might come back. No. Yeah. No. What was it? It was a really great question. Not the best, but it was pretty good. Yes. Right. Okay. So I've not asked anyone this question before, but as a fan, And when you hear, "Oh, the players are tired," fans immediately go, all they do is kick a football round for a bit and they have a game on a Saturday, maybe a Tuesday as well. How can they be tired? How much energy do you actually put in to everything? How do you feel after a Tuesday night game? How do you feel Wednesday morning when you get up? How do you feel?
Wow, great question. And
I knew it was there.
Yeah, when a fan thinks that, I kind of get it, but I don't get it, because if they was to put themselves in our position, then they would also understand it a little bit more. But obviously, we are paid to do what we're paid to do, and I understand that also. But it does take a lot of stuff mentally, first and foremost.
Yeah,
that are you out before you've even done anything, physically, and yeah, emotionally as well. I'd say, because I'd say, I'm just going to try and speak on behalf of me. If I'm running around as such and I'm not getting any rewards of my hard work, then emotionally I can get tired and I can get frustrated, and it can take a lot out of me personally. So I think that word of tired doesn't really creep into your head as a professional, to be fair. I think you just try and empty the tank and leave it all on the pitch, and if it's enough, it's enough. If it's not, at least you can say that you've done enough, and you've worked your socks off. But yeah, when you go home on a Saturday after a game, trust me, there's not much that we are doing, to be fair. We're probably, I would say, batteries empty as such. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's easy being out there week in, week out. And if you say, for instance, you lose on a Tuesday or a Saturday, all you want to do mentally is just try and make it right. So you're automatically thinking about the next game, and that can take a lot of toll on you as well. So yeah, tired. I don't know about saying, oh yeah, someone's tired, and should they be tired or they're moaning about the tiredness. It's more than that, to be fair. So on my behalf, I also tell myself I'm never tired. So if I'm playing against centre half, if I'm tired, he's more tired than me.
He's so tired, it's ridiculous. He's so fatigued.
That's what I think. If I've ran down the channel a few times, then I know that he's going to be panting and breathing, and he's going to be thinking, wow, I don't want to keep doing that every 2 minutes, so I'll just keep doing it. And like I said, if I feel like I'm tired, and I know for a fact that he's tired also. As you can prove against West Ham, they have to bring off a centre half, didn't they? So I must have done something well.
How you guys have all the kit on, don't you, underneath the shirts? And I don't mean like suspenders and stuff. I mean like proper scientific stuff. So do you? So what's the furthest you've ever ran in the game? Do you know?
Great question. Probably 12K. That's the most I've ran. The average this season, I wouldn't say it's anything that you need to know, but it's Sam Austin runs them.
We need to know.
Sam Austin every game he runs the most in them.
Who does? Sam Austin, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm near enough. Sometimes I'm close by him. Sometimes I'll nick it. But as you can see, sometimes you get subbed off, so you can't really put it into down as it's not a competition really. It's just stats really. Sometimes different positions run more than others. If you're centre half and you're having a nice easy game, then you won't run as. So it's I'll just say, yeah, we do get tracked. The most I've ran is probably on average about 12K. And yeah, you do feel it, and that's when you do feel, I would say, tired or on your legs. But at least you know that you've got it in your tank and you can do it again and again. And your body's it's an interesting tool because it's a machine, as you like. It's a muscle memory. It's a repetitive thing, and I like to push my body to the maximum and seeing how far I can get.
I love that.
On the subject of your body, actually, Amari, nothing like that, don't worry. Just think. That's following your suspenders, Ali's West.
I'm out.
Yeah. You're saying about all the things you're saying. Just when the guys go to one of the further away games, like say at Farsley or Bradford, and we go up on the day before, I know what I feel like getting off the coach. How is it for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, without having, because as you can imagine, I'm going to speak from a manager's point of view. You like to eradicate as much of, I would say, trying to make an excuse. You want to try and eradicate them straight away, first and foremost, before any game. So I think it's just the same for them when they play at our place. It's the same for when we play. So we try and eradicate the excuses straight away. We're full time, so we're not working all day, and we don't have to go from work and then travel up the motorway and play a game. So we, as full-time status, we have to try and have I would say a little bit of a 1% advantage on that. But yeah, it does take a lot out of you. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's human bodies are the same. If you are sitting in a place for a long period of time, it does have a detrimental effect against you. But like I say, as a personal person, I try and eradicate it out of my head as soon as possible, and just trying to put it back of your head. And it's 11v11 on the pitch on a match day. As soon as that whistle blows, it's 11v11, and you can't think about my journey on the bus when you're trying to score a goal or when you're trying to tackle or whatnot. So you're trying to eradicate the excuses, but you try and obviously the club put in place the little perks and stuff that they can do for us, which are the overnight stays and the nice journeys and the nice coach journeys. So we as players just want to try and give something back and try and give our all on the pitch.
Brilliant.
Amazing. I had another question, and I thought it was. I'm a bit in awe, Amari, to be honest, mate. Listen, so I've ran the Harriers Hotline for like 5 years now, and it's grown and grown and grown with fans, and they just all chat, and they generally moan, and when we win, they don't say anything. It's what happens, really. But then I decided to do the final word again and to interview the players and stuff. And everyone who's come on has been so lovely. And then you come on and you change the game of loveliness. Thank you very much, Amari. Even inviting me to Costa on a Wednesday. I mean, what's that about? What's that?
Thank you. That I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you.
I think it was. I was speaking to Ash, my man, my boy, my guy, Ash. You know him, right? You know him. He said, "That's okay." And he was saying about because I was under the illusion that everyone lived in the Midlands, and I'm sure a lot of Harriers fans were under the same illusion. But then when he was saying like, "Oh no, they come from all over, and I go and pick people up, and they pick them up," and I was like, "What?" Yeah, it's amazing how far people travel.
Yeah, we've got a lot of, I would say, Manchester lads. We've got Simo, Carrington, Montrose, Redmond, Cliff, Stoke. So it's halfway between. Lowies, Stafford, so it's everyone's spread out. We've got my car school is Sam Austin, Jaden White, and Ashley Hemmings. We're the Wolves lot, as the gaffer says.
Wolves.
And you've got the Birmingham lot of Kaz, Mars, Nathan Cameron, G. So yeah, everyone's spread out. To be fair, now you say it, it's quite intriguing. Yeah, everyone comes from all over, and then obviously you've got Caleb. He's a Manchester lad as well, but he stays down. Ethan and Penny, all in stay local. So yeah, I think everyone's doing well to have the connection with Kidderminster, and it's good to see. To be fair.
Why? Here you go. This is a political point question. Why do we go off the boil for 6 games? Why couldn't we win? Why couldn't we buy a win? And you're allowed to say, "Where's shut up?"
Yeah.
Yes,
without being, I said it the other day, to be fair, when I was upstairs collecting my awards, and I just said, like, as fans, we have obviously, as players and as fans and as a football club, we've meet an expectation now of I wouldn't say greatness, but we've done so well in the FA Cup. We've beat teams from higher opposition, but we also know that this is our bread and butter, and this league is not an easy league by any stretch of the imagination. Otherwise, we would have been out of this league a long time ago, but we haven't. So I would say probably everybody wants to play us. Everybody wants to beat us for that reason. They can catch us cold on an off day, which every player has, every football club has, every team has. Obviously, we want to try and eradicate that as much as we can through the season, and I think we've done that so far. If you look back, we've actually. I don't want to jinx us, but we are having a very, very good season. And like you said, we've got 9 games left, and I think it would be an in season if the season was to finish tomorrow. I think you would have snapped your hands off at the start of the season to see where we've come. So yeah, I mean the sixth game, I don't think it affects us, but it doesn't affect us because like you say, we're trying so hard on the pitch to get things.
He's gone. He's back.
Oh, that was a low battery message. Yeah, we don't change our intensity in the way we work hard on and off the field. Football sometimes is about luck as well, and sometimes you don't get your luck and you just reward. So me as a player, to the fans and to everyone connected to the football club, we are doing everything we can in our power to get this football club where it needs to be. And if on a 3 o'clock or a 7:45 it doesn't quite happen, then we just have to move on to the next one. And yeah, we're going to go into Saturday trying to get 3 points at Bradford.
Yeah. So in your career, what has been a ground that you've gone to where you'll always score? Say Bradford.
To be fair, I have scored there a few times, to be fair. But yeah, that's a great question. A ground that sticks out in my head that I always score at.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great question. You know, I'm gonna go for either the Chester one or Telford, New Bucks Head. Either of them two. I don't know. I've just scored a few goals in them at that ground. I've always had good days at the ground. Yeah.
Tough place to get, the New Bucks Head. Well, it's a really, really tough place. But see, bit of time there for yourself as well, weren't it? A real good time for it a few years ago. Yourself, Danny Udo, I think, was he just after you, was he?
It's same
time was.
Yeah.
How good was he? Obviously, we're seeing now what he can do with Shrewsbury.
Fantastic player and such of down to earth guy. He works on and off the field. He's very critical on his game, so he works on his game day in, day out. He's a player that needs to be dragged off the training field as such because he just wants to break himself every single day, which he gets his just rewards when he does play. He was a young lad coming through when I played with him, and we both implemented our game off each other very well. At the time, we scored a lot of goals, and I say to him, he got his move because he's playing up front with me. So,
10% agents fee in it every time.
Amari, Ams, Morgster.
Yeah.
Did you play with Russ? Did you play with Russ as a player?
I didn't know. So we've been on very, very similar career paths in where we've played clubs wise. Obviously the Cheltenham, the Kidderminster, York, and yeah, we've played against each other, but not played with each other. So yeah.
Because so I've tried twice to get Russ on, and third time lucky. Hopefully he's come the 11th. And the best question I've caught with so far is, would Russ Penn, the manager, pick Russ Penn, the player? I don't know what he'd say to that. What do you think he'd say, Amari? What do you think? Is he?
I think he definitely would do.
Of course he would. Of course he would. Absolutely. He'd be captain. He'd be captain as well.
Yeah, I think he definitely would do. Gonna be respectful, obviously, of his career, and he had a great career. He was a great player, and he's still got a bit now. To be fair, when he joins in training, so I definitely feel he would pick himself on the values that he sets as a football player. To be fair, and that goes without saying. So I think to have that in the middle of the park would definitely be a plus side rather than a negative.
Who's the best player you've ever played against?
Ooh.
Good question.
So, played against. So I had this question when we was leading up to the FA Cup game against West Ham, and I said Harry Maguire, but I'm going to change it now because I forgot about. I didn't play me against him, but he was on the same pitch. Hernan Crespo.
What a player!
What? What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But probably now, in this era that we are now, I'd probably just say Declan Rice because of what he did and what he's capable of producing if he carries on the levels that he's been showing. So, as it stands, and what I said previous, Harry Maguire, but changed now to Hernan Crespo because I forgot about him. And then recently, I would say Declan Rice.
Right. I've got two more questions. Shane, I've got two more questions. Then we should let Amari, my man crush, go to bed because he's going to be up early in the morning, isn't he? Doing like 10K before training or whatever. So one of my questions is, now, you don't have to answer this question, but the fans, the Harriers Hotline, the fans, will probably think a bit less of you if you don't answer it because they'll be like, oh, he'll just say the same. So who is the best player at Kidderminster Harriers and you can't say yourself?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no, he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry. You've got him. He's gonna cry.
He wants to say G, but he can't because he owes him one still.
Do you want to know who Ash said? I mean, you probably watched it, but do you want to know who Ash said?
Who did Ash say again? I know Simo, he went over, didn't he? He just said everybody.
Yeah, he did. Oh, did you watch it? Brilliant. Amazing.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
No. Richards.
Yes. And I'm gonna... I can't do it. I can't do it to the lads.
We won't tell.
Honestly, I absolutely adore all the lads. We're such a good group. I can't cause any. Why didn't you say me? Why didn't you say me? You know,
yeah, but they'll do that anyway. They'll do that absolutely anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna do it in a special way.
Hang on. What's that, Ash? What you want to say? You? So sorry. It's Ash Hemmings. He says, "Can you say me, please?"
Okay, I'm gonna do it in a different way. Okay, so I'm gonna say the best up and coming at this precise moment, who I think will go on to good things and greater things, are Badwami and Caleb Richards for me.
Applause for that, Shane. Took a big man.
100%. Yeah.
Which I still believe that there's a lot of people in our group that can definitely go on to good careers, but that's who sticks out in my head at the moment. On a player where I think who is hitting great form, three players that I think have hit great form for their career at this precise moment are the three behind me. Obviously, the Sam Austin,
me and Shane. Yeah.
and Amari Sterling. So them three have been outstanding behind me for the majority of the season. So it wouldn't be fair for me not to give them a mention. And yeah, so I would go with what Simon said. There's no one that stands out as such and it would be unfair to say, but I've given stars to them 5.
Okay, all right. I'll change the question a little bit if you want me to, Amari. Who would you want to go over the trenches with?
As in go to war with?
Yeah, who would you go to war with?
Wow.
What a question that is.
Yeah, I like it. Wow. So I'm going to flip it and I'm going to say who I wouldn't want to go to war with. So if you can think about it, then you would also want to go to war with them. So probably Cliff Moyle or Nathan Cameron. Just because they are
massive.
Hard as...
yeah.
So, hard as nails, yeah. Such. Yeah, them two, without a doubt. I think everyone in the squad would probably agree with that, to be honest.
You hope.
But also, on another level, I think we were speaking like this. I would probably go to war with Caleb as well in a different way, because I think he is a clever guy in a way of how to. He would be able to figure a way how to beat an opponent with his brains in a way as well.
And his face.
Yeah, so yeah. Nathan Cameron and Cliff Moyle, but also on a if you're trying to use your head a little bit, probably Caleb Richards.
My last question, Amari, oh my God, is going to blow your mind. Right, okay, so there is a bar in town and it's free alcoholic drinks. And Russ has said, listen, Amari, you scored 13 goals yesterday. Amazing. You've done really well. Drink all the drinks. But then he says, and we've got some ladies, single ladies coming in tonight, but you're going to need a wingman. Who's your wingman, Amari?
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
I did not see that coming. Wow. Right, let's not get any of the lads in trouble.
But they're doing it for the greater good, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so they're wingmanging me for the good for me, yeah?
They want to live their life through you as well. Trust me, we've all been. I've been there, so yeah, okay.
Okay, so I would go for
if this cuts out now because of your low battery.
It's saved by the bell.
I'd go Ashley Hemmings, because he's got dance moves like you've not seen before, so he'll get a way of getting a good vibe, if that way, without it being a way of you're saying it a wingman way. So he's a good dancer, good mover, so there's a good vibe there. So that way inclined. The next one, I'd probably say, right, if I don't say Camo or Mars, they're gonna get annoyed. So I'm gonna say them two. Also, weirdly, Ethan, he thinks he's a little bit of a cool guy in a way. So I think he loves himself. So yeah, I think if me and Ethan were together on a night out where there was potential of getting wingman, then I think he would be able to produce. And I think he would like that definitely. He would have a little.
Do you know what? Ams, Morgan, the Smithinator, just whatever name you want, mate. Honestly, you have been peace and love to you, my friend. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love.
I appreciate it.
Teach your daughter peace and love, peace and love. She'll love that.
Like that. I will do.
Ironically, some Russian students taught me that. Then not so much.
Let's leave that there, shall we?
Yeah. So thank you so much. This is just honestly, it's been like an hour and a half, nearly. Well, an hour for us anyway, chatting shit, and then
never chatting shit. It's been good, and I appreciate being involved. And if you want me to do anything again in the future, then just give me a shout.
Yeah, we do. You know what we want you to do. We know what we want you to do.
And
when you score a goal, you're not going to that main stand, buddy, where Luke is with his camera. You're not doing that, pal. You come to each stand.
Are you there Tuesday night?
No. I've got no money.
I'll be there Tuesday. But, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to make Saturday, but Tuesday I'm there.
Okay, cool.
Lay the side down. I'm laying the side down Saturday.
Yeah, and also one last thing, because I've got to go and figure out how I'm going to go to the Midlands on Wednesday for Costa with you. Is there any chance you could sign something? Because we do, and that I could give away in the hotline. And I'll tell you why. We do something called Guess the Attendance. And people have been guessing the attendance. In fact, I can even show you Guess the Attendance.
A load of mugs.
A load of mugs. Yeah, it might just blow your mind. But if they get it right, they get a mug, which is brilliant. And at the end of the season, only one mug. I'm not made of money, you know. So yeah, but if you could sign something and possibly just send it to me, or maybe two things, and I'll give one to the group, and I'll keep the other one for. Okay,
what I'll do is I'll get an old. Oh no. Hello, what's happened there?
So can you?
Which has been clever.
Being clever.
I'll try and get together a old Kidderminster top that I have, and I'll get that signed up and sent over to you. Only one. If you get this wrong, I've got a question for you.
Oh shit! Yeah. If
you get it wrong, then I'll just do a program and send it to you.
2 programs.
Are you ready for
one? It's got to be 2.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Go on, Shane.
Ready?
Yeah.
So,
go on.
What number did I wear when I was at Kidderminster previously?
Oh, that's a good one, that is.
And it was only one number.
Ooh.
You said you played on the wing. You said you played on the wing?
2013-14. That was step 1.
Obviously, you could wear full squad numbers then as well.
So I remember, was it your Harriers debut at home against Alfreton? It was either your debut or your first goal. I'm on the right track there.
Oh, I'm not sure. Can you still see me, by the way? I can't see.
Yeah, I've still got you.
Can you not see us? Oh, it's because you're on your phone. Oh, I just wanted to show you all the guesses for the game. How many fans do you think Amari will be at Bradford against Kidderminster Harriers on Saturday? How many fans do you think will be there?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, from what I see, wow.
What was that team?
We like to have a guessing game.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Wow, 700. That's amazing.
Guesses, man. But look, this was the weather today. Today.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 290. I hope that is more.
Is that? No, this is for all the fans, not just the Harriers.
Oh, the whole ground. Sorry.
Yeah, no. All the fans.
Bradford don't have a lot, do they? So yeah, I'll go. Let's go 850.
850. Right, I'm gonna put that in.
And I think I've just had a brainwave for that question.
Oh, Google.com.
Yes.
I was just thinking back to that squad. I was thinking at the time, the established number 9s there. Were you number 10, Amari Morgan-Smith?
No, he said one number.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say one number. No,
you did.
I didn't.
When we play this, you said one number. You said one number.
I don't know what I meant. I didn't mean that. But anyway, the number was 22.
22.
You remember that at all?
We'd have got that eventually.
I do now. I'm just trying. struggling to think of the squad back then, actually.
So there was...
Must be getting old.
Joe Lolly on the left.
Yes. Player. What player?
On the right, sorry. Joe Lolly on the right, cutting in on his left. Martin Johnson, Michael Gash, and me. And then, obviously, me, Michael Gash, and Anthony Malbone.
Oh, that's it. Of course, Malbone was there at the time when he was the 10, weren't
he? Yeah.
11 Johnson, 9 Gash, 10 Malbone. That's right.
But yeah, I'll try and dig that up. If I can't dig that up, which I don't think it should be a problem, I'll get something decent sent over for you guys.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Absolutely brilliant.
Honestly, this has been the best. Is it Thursday? It's the best Thursday ever, to be fair. So there you go. So what have we learned tonight, Shane?
Amari Morgan-Smith, 16 goals for the season. He's a bloody top bloke.
He's a top shagger. He's a top shagger. Well, he will be.
And he don't like spiders.
I don't like spiders, no.
And he don't like spiders.
And he'll poo in your sock if you really are not wearing your pants.
Oh, dear.
And if you play for England C, you get 4 kits.
You get two tops of the kit you wear, but I wore a home and away one, so I got 4 tops. So yeah,
amazing. And we've also learned that we're meeting on a Wednesday at Costa. Imagine if I turn up.
Whenever you're around,
who's the weirdo? Who's the weirdo? Yeah.
Whenever you're around, mate, give me a shout.
Oh man! And also, we learned that you're coming down here with Ash and Simo to have Wales' best Chinese.
Absolutely.
When it's pre-season. Last question. Russ Penn is coming on at some point. Is there anything you want me to ask him? Like, hi Russ. Ams is just the best guy. He probably needs a pay rise. Could you sort that out for him? Do you want to say something like that, or what would you like us to say to him?
Yeah, you can say that to him, definitely.
Of course.
I think he knows already, anyway.
Obviously.
I think you would have an abundance of questions for him. What would my question be? My question would be, who is the best person to coach at Kidderminster?
Love it.
But that would mean someone who's not very good, who needs a lot of coaching, surely, or does it not?
Not necessarily.
Who's the best? Who's the best person he enjoys working with on the football pitch? He doesn't mean in a way of they're not very good technically or good at football, but just who he enjoys being on the football training pitch with.
What time do you go to sleep normally, Mari?
It's funny. I'm a late owl, so I struggle to get to sleep anytime before 11:30. 11:30 midnight. I'm still tossing and turning, so that's my body clock.
Oh, you are single, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, I've not got no one to tell me to go to bed or come to bed with me, please, babe or darling. So yeah, I'm quite I'm a 11:30 guy. So yeah, 11:30 or midnight, maybe trickle into that, and then I'll start going. So, but yeah, I do fully off about 7 to 8 hours.
Are you on Twitter at that time?
Yeah, sometimes I'll have a flutter through Twitter. Yeah,
it's just because Molly at the moment is not sleeping very well. I think it's the teeth. So if she wakes me up, I go to bed about 9ish. So if she wakes me up about 10:15, I'll be like, right, on Twitter, and we'll sort the date night out and all that Costa. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, just give me a shout. I'll be there definitely. Yeah. So does she cry, or does she whinge, or does she scream, or
all of them? Do I have to pick one?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Hopefully she gets through that sooner rather than later for you.
That'd be good. Well, yeah, she's a beaut. She's an absolute beaut. But yeah, she won't be at Harriers anytime soon. I wouldn't have thought anyway. I don't know. Shane, are you? This is really a rude way of putting it, but are you done with Amari now?
I think we both need to because we could be here all night otherwise, couldn't we? But
he's not going to bed till 11:30, man.
I don't think I'll be on. Amari will be on Twitter. I think I'll be on Football Manager trying to get us up, whatever, you know.
Whoa, that's a brilliant shout, Amari. When was the first time you were a player on Football Manager, like you were actually in the game? Do you remember? Championship Manager.
I think when it's when I first turned pro, probably. Stockport years ago when I was 18, 19. So that's a good few years ago now.
Were your stats really shit?
Everyone, do you know what? I got a lot of messages from fans saying you're incredible on Football Manager. You've just scored 25 goals in 6 seasons for me. Blah blah blah. So, I've been renowned to be there. I wish I was that prolific in real life, but I mean,
you'll get there.
We'll get there, definitely.
You're celebrating the wrong side, mate. That's what it is. You're celebrating the wrong side, buddy. What's your I'm gonna keep talking to him now, Shane. You can start off if you want, mate. But me,
if I do cut off, it's not being me rude, but it's just my battery's gonna go, and I don't want to move from this position.
Have you not got a charger?
I have actually. Let me just get it. Actually, it's right there. 1 second.
When I said charger, that meant Jurgen Klopp spit on the phone. So he's Kloppy right now. Oh, here he is. Here he comes. Look at him with his cool hat. I'd have worn my hat if I'd have known. I haven't got a hat though, so that's fine.
You're fully charged in. One sec.
Here we go. Bit of bants, bit of charging bants.
There's no way of losing me now.
What are you drinking, Amari?
So
Heineken.
I've got peppermint tea in there.
Nice.
With a dash of honey.
Nice.
That's what keeps me going. That's
a professional athlete.
That's what keeps me going through all these years.
He's a big thing. He's a big time Charlie. That's what he's already said that. He's a big thing. Oh man, your life. Still single though. Do you know what I mean? But we'll get there. You and Ash will get there. Be fine.
Why did I say that? Why did I tell you? I'm gonna get so much stick for that. Please don't put that in there.
It's all in there. It's all. I can't edit it, so it's all.
Oh really?
It's focusing on the football.
The lads are gonna go. Oh, I'm single.
Oh dear.
It's only they're jealous. They're only jealous, man. That's all it is. Just jealousy, pure jealousy.
Yeah.
When this goes out, which will be tomorrow, I think, because it'll take about an hour just to download and because Zoom and shit like that. I'm going to tag Alan Shearer in it. So can you do something and make Alan Shearer like it or something? That would be amazing. Because we've talked about him. I love Alan Shearer. He was my favourite striker growing up. Absolutely.
He's honestly he's the favourite striker out of all time. To be honest, to be fair, that day speaking to him, I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but. Or read anything, but I said I was more nervous speaking to him than actually the build-up of the game because it happened so quick. And the player, the legend that he is, it was just an honour to speak to him. It honestly went so quick. I didn't feel like I'd said what I wanted to say, but looking back on it, I came across very well, and that's all I wanted to do is make sure that I come across well. I didn't stutter in any way, or I didn't mess up my words. And yeah, it was just an honour to speak to him, and I wish I asked him for like a signed shirt of some format or something like that, but I just asked for a photo. But I'm grateful for that, to be fair.
Did he have a photo just there and he just signed it in front of you? They all want a photo.
I wish he did. I know he might not think this is was a big deal for me, but it definitely was being a number 9 and all-time goal scorer in the Premier League and England captain, and the career that he had. It was an absolute honour. And yeah, if Big Al is watching this or will watch this, I'll do my next celebration will be that when I do score my next goal, which probably will
When you're running to the east stand, when you're running
On
to the east
Saturday,
stand.
No, it's been Saturday.
Bradford Park Avenue, that's my celebration. I've made my mind up now. So
yeah, when you're running home, just I want to go home.
You'll know where it's come from. But this conversation, that's where it's come from. So when you see it, that's where it's come from. All right.
It's quality. It's quality.
Round that running track around the outside of Bradford as well.
What kind of movies do you watch? Yeah, we're going down now. What TV do you watch at 11:30 when you're like, oh, I can't sleep?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for what I'm watching at the minute. To be fair, I'm on Peaky Blinders at the minute. I like a bit of an action storyline, something that keeps me intact, really, rather than I don't read scary films. Don't get them. I think they're pointless, to be fair.
Scary films?
Yeah, don't get them. Don't. Yeah, not for me.
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, something of an action-packed thriller with a good storyline behind. I do like, but I'm at the moment I'm well into Peaky Blinders at the minute.
I mean, it's been out for ages. He's just new to it.
Yeah, I've just started it now, and I'm just trying to get back. I'm trying to catch up to where the new series have just come out. So I'm doing a bit of binging at the minute on that.
Have you got a Peaky Blinders hat?
Wow, I have one. Yes, I do have one. Yeah, I do have one. To be fair, I've not wore it for a long time. I wore it to the races back when I was at that club again, Cheltenham.
You can say the word. I'll just.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I wore it once, to be fair, but yeah, I've not wore it since.
Can you wear it into training and just look around and go, "Big boy's back, big boy's back," and just see what happens? See what happens. It'll be fine. Oh man, I think one day, Shane, me and you should go down and watch training one day. We'll have such a laugh because they won't concentrate on training because they'll just want to come and chat with us. I think it'll be fun. Shane's gone. He's on Man City. He's gone to Man City.
I've got the battery. I've got the dog. I've got everything going on.
Amari, how? I know you say you got a really strict diet, but do you know like your macros and protein, and do you know how much protein do you have a day? Is it like 100 grams?
When I was at Alverton, I done my my level 3 personal training and nutrition. So I'm quite handy in that department. I wouldn't say I believe in the macros and such because I just think it's a bit of common sense stuff, as in you on your plate you should have a protein, very size of protein, a big size of veg, and how much carbs you have is dependent on what you're going to be doing. So for instance, if you're going to be sitting around doing nothing, then I would say lower down your carbs. If you're going to be having a intensive I don't know, sporting event, or you're going to have a long day, then up your carbs in that way. That's the easiest possible way I can say, because carbs is energy. The right sources of carbs are energy, but I wouldn't say I count them. I just know what I can get away with and what I know is comfortable for my body. So like you say, the plate size, I would have a decent size of protein, which is obviously from your chicken, fish, and then I'll just have a big portion of veg and carbs.
Have you ever been to Toby Carvery?
I've probably been once, and that's me being brutally honest, but I do like a good roast, but I don't like the Toby ones. I don't know why.
Is it the fact it's been sat there for a while?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, if I was to go and we had on Sunday, for instance, which is my birthday.
What is? When? What's the plan? What's the plan? Where are we going?
Yeah, if for instance you said, come on, let's go for a roast at Toby Carvery, I wouldn't say no. I would definitely try and look for a of equivalent of a Sunday roast where I know that do a very good one. But yeah, Toby Carvery, and a roast dinner, by the way, is right up there as well in my
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't because I did teach foreign students English, and they're like, what's your favorite food? And I always say pizza, but that's a lie because it's Sunday roast, man, every day of the week. Well, roast every day of the week.
Don't think about it when you get asked the question. I think that's what it is, but it's right up there for me. It's Yorkshire puddings, the gravy, everything. Yeah, it's
too much. Man. Too much. It's too much. Oh, it's too much.
Can't beat a good homemade roast, can you? My personal favourite is just get this when you got the F1 just about to come on about 2 o'clock. You've made it. You sit down at 1:59. You just get down to it. It's like, yeah.
Are you one of those sportsmen who is good at all sports?
I'd like to think I am pretty handy in a lot of different sports. Yeah. So tennis, very good in a way. I wouldn't say very good, but I can hold my own against the average tennis player. Yeah. Snooker, pool, same, very, very handy. Table tennis, very handy. Darts, handy. Golf, I'm getting there. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that if I was to have a day where I was going to have a competition with one of my pals and we were going to tick all the boxes of let's go and have a sports day and see who's best out of who, I would back myself.
Got all the sporting talent on this call then. grab a dart, can't play snooker, can't play pool. It's been about 10 years since I've been to a driving range and nearly killed everybody there myself anyway.
I can't even walk more than 20 yards. So, yeah, you're above me on that one as well.
You can't walk it, I can't run it. I'll leave all that to the professional in the room.
Oh, man. It's just, it's so awesome. Do you know what? When I've met people in the past or whatever, especially when you go on holiday, and you meet people, obviously not for you because you're a massive thing. I'm upgrading it to a massive deal, right? You're big cheese. Oh, he's gone. Man United, they're calling.
1 second.
It's okay, Amari. It's okay. Oh, and Shane's gone as well. Jesus, it's just me. Oh, there he is. Thanks. Oh, no, he's gone.
1 second.
It's all right, buddy. Oh, Shane's back. What is this game? What is this game we're playing? What is this game? He's gone. He's going to do some tossing and turning now, I think. You know what I mean?
Oh, what a conversation.
You know what? The problem is, he thought he was going to be on here for 20 minutes, and so did I. But now, an hour and 20 minutes later, and he's having a text all his mates. No, I'm still alive. Just these crazy nutters.
I'm just not being rude. That's all. I hate being rude.
I've had to. To be fair, I've had to cross that one myself. Disappearing. The missus has popped round to her sisters. Of course, I ain't got time for this.
Shane, you're not a big thing, mate. You're not a big thing.
I pretend you are. I've got to deal with the big things. I've got to prioritise these things.
Yeah, you do.
And
what was I saying?
She's definitely not watching an hour and 45 into this, so we're all safe.
No, it's fine. What was I saying? I was saying something really good then. I forgot what it was. Because he went off to speak to Man United. I can't believe it. I don't know what it was. Shane, you ask a question now. He's here. No, that was it. I've got it. So when I go on holiday, and this has happened when I spoke to TalkSport a few times, and they said, who's your team? And I go, Kidderminster Harriers. And they basically just laugh and they say, why? Especially on TalkSport, I had a massive argument with Jason Cundy. The night that we beat Gloucester 3-1, I came up, drove all the way up there on Tuesday night, drove all the way back, and I rang TalkSport, and Jason Cundy was a right arse. He was just messing around and being a bit of a dick. It's over 9 o'clock now. It's fine, you can swear. And then Jamie O'Hara's on with him, isn't he? And he was so lovely. And then that was the match that Sam Austin scored an absolute worldie, where he got the ball an hour off and just went. Were you there? Did you play that game, Amari?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that goal that Austin scored?
Incredible. Yeah, he ran all the length of the field with the ball.
He did. Yeah, he was amazing. And then, but But when people like try and belittle you, and Shane, you might get this, you might not. When people try and belittle your choice of football, I'm like, well, listen, have you ever, if at Man United, have you ever been in the pub when some Man United players have come and sat down and started chatting to you, or the chairman's had a word with you, or you've managed to get them onto a little Facebook group that you run, and they're like, actually, no. And it's those things, Amari, that make being a Harriers fan worthwhile. I think, Shane, would you agree with that?
100%. It's especially when you go out to your localities, who or they only know because they're a gambling person they've bet on or against, and we've inevitably let them down or cashed them. And it's people don't know until this season. And then all of a sudden it's, oh yeah, I was watching them on Match of the Day. Oh, what a team! And last year it'd have been who or who's your actual team? And it's like,
that's
Harriers. I was like,
yeah.
Just because we go to games, well, we're part of a community club. We go to games. We're not armchair fans as such. It's you do get looked down on, but then it's up to us to defend ourselves as fans and you guys as players, because whether they like to think about it or not, you guys are still in the top 1 or 2% of your profession, which is to be respected, whether you're National League North or
he's big
bottom
time
of the Premier League or whatever.
Big time Charlie. That's what he is.
Spot on.
Yeah, I had nothing to say. I keep forgetting now, but that's what happens with me. So I keep forgetting. Yeah. How are we going to get him a girlfriend?
No, don't worry about it.
That's after retirement. Focus on the football, and then
honestly, don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'll bail you out here with Mario. I'll bail you out here.
I've got my daughters. They look after me. It's fine. Trust me.
How old are they, Amari?
13 and 5.
13 and 5.
Yeah. So it's I'm all good. Got all the girls in the world. That's enough for me.
Well, you got 2, not all the girls. You got the best 2. You got the best 2.
The best 2. There we go.
There you go. There it is. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Going back to that fateful day, where we absolutely outshone ourselves, outclassed a Premier League side on BBC One for 89 minutes of a game. And then we didn't win. I don't want to say the name because it's pointless. We didn't win. Anyway, I was so sad that day. I couldn't get a ticket, Amari. I was in Wales. Couldn't get a ticket. Yeah, I just watched it. I watched it on the telly. Couldn't get a ticket. And then we went out for dinner, and I saw this guy who was wearing I think he was wearing a Wales top or a Scotland rugby top, because it'd been the Six Nations as well. And I think anyway. And he's looking at me, and I looked so sad. And he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Oh, mate, my team they were so close to making absolute history." And he stood up from the table. He came over and he gave me a hug, and he said, "Kidderminster Harriers." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I was texting my mates from work. And we were all talking about it." So we were the talk of the town for so long. And the guy gave me a hug. I'd never met the guy before. I didn't know if he wanted any more, Amari, to be honest, but we got a hug out of me, so that was the best thing. But it's just moments like that, man. I'll never forget that moment. Shane, you were there. You were there, mate. I wasn't, but Amari was there as well with Alan, his best mate.
It was. I'm gonna just try and leave it on a more of a positive note than a negative, because it wasn't just about the game. It was the build up and where we came from to get there. It was a lot of games where we had to come through the qualifying stages. No games were easy by any stretch of imagination. The build up into the Reading game was outstanding. Then the build up to the West Ham game was even more outstanding. So as a player, just to see a packed out Agbra, a nation, probably a few countries out there were watching it abroad. It was a worldwide stage occasion for us to all be involved in. It was incredible for the football club and everyone involved. And as a player, it probably still hasn't sunk in really yet. I would say how the game panned out. I'll probably look at it when I'm on a beach somewhere at the end of the season. But yeah, I mean, I was incredibly proud of the players, the management staff, everyone, the fans, everyone watching it from home, from in the ground. It was something where we were just so close. We gave everything. The game plan was impeccably done from the players' point. Being 1-0 up at that stage was I don't know, was surreal really, but in a way of, yeah, we've done it now. We've scored. It wasn't a case where we scored and we're going to just sit in and just hope for the best. Now we tried to control it in the way where we thought, well, right, okay, we're getting closer now. We're getting closer, and yeah, we got so close. But yeah, hopefully we can get into that stage again in the future, and we can learn from it, because we, as players, we've played against a Premier League team. I've done it now a few times in my career, and it's nothing that you should be overwhelmed with or scared with, because they're all human, and anything can happen on a game of a football match. It's 11v11 and a referee in the middle of the pitch, and like I said, there's 2 goals and anything can happen. So hopefully it can happen again in the near future.
I got something to show you, Amari, and it's nothing rude, but it's the Swansea game I was at. I managed to
Swansea? Yeah, you did this last time.
No, I did this last time, not Swansea.
Wales,
Reading. I've lived in Reading, and I don't even know why. Anyway, I was there, and I watched your possibly. I'll be honest with you, Shane. I've seen a lot of football goals, and Amari's winner was probably up there with the best goal I've ever seen.
I was looking right at it, and we did not know what we were doing. You know what? If you thought we gave a toss, you'd be wrong. And then when I was getting, my mate was sending me stuff that he was getting sent from New Zealand, where we'd made the footage. It was honestly, it was crazy. Obviously, at the end of the day, we've experienced that as fans, but it was. You were the guys who gave us that. In the build up to Reading, I was getting asked to do little things, and the same in West Ham.
Yeah, great picture.
Well, that's me.
So that picture, that was. So I'd managed. I was in the East Stand, and that was in the main stand, obviously. And everyone in pitch invaded, but I had my walking stick, and I walked across. You've never seen a player walk that slowly across the pitch, but I was taking it all in. And then I got there and I saw you and I was like, there's Amari. And there's Sam, but there's Amari. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I was watching. I saw you, man. I saw you. I was taking it all in with you as well. And then they were like, don't you say anything. The guy was like, don't say anything. And we all wanted to sing, Kitty, I'm massive. We wanted to do that, but we weren't allowed because you were speaking to the BBC or whatever. Yeah. But then this happened. He's my man, isn't he? He's my man.
Yeah.
I said, can I kiss you? And he went, yeah. Like, okay. Absolutely, I can.
You're looking well there. You're looking well there, by the way.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. And then it all kicked off. Did you hang on a minute? Hang on, did you see this? Hang on. Can you hear that? Can you hear the noise?
And vaguely, just not playing.
Hang on, I'll put it on. I'll put the sound on. Let's give it a go. Yeah, everyone kicked off. It was amazing. It was amazing.
That. I've not seen that before. Wow.
Have you not seen that? Oh, man.
It looks like it was a great night, to be fair, and rightly so. Rightly so.
I made it onto. I actually come from the Saturday from Wales. It took like 3 hours. I was staying over, so I went in the Harriers Arms, and then I don't know what time it was. Is it 8 o'clock? 5 Live comes on because someone came in. Oh, Adam, and he said, look, 5 Live's on, 606, call them. So I got on with Robbie Savage, and then I'll try and find it because it was brilliant. But there you go. I'll try and find it for you. Shane, keep talking. And,
I did that myself after West Ham. I did it after Grimsby as well. I think it was. So I was saying before, you were saying to me about the build-up as players. It was. And I was thinking myself, this is the sort of thing I like to do. bits in the program and whatnot. It's just something I want to get my teeth into. And
yeah,
I was getting asked to do things in the lead up to Reading. I thought, well, this is mad. I booked a week off work because I knew it was coming for West Ham, and it did. And I was sitting here myself thinking, this is goddamn crazy. Like, what it could even be like. I couldn't even think about what it would be like for you and the lads. Just from why it's just it was crazy. It's the only way to. It's up 2 weeks.
As a player, that build up, everything involved, we'd want to have that every single game. To be honest,
I don't think I'll come down from it myself. To be honest, it was.
Me personally, I enjoy the moments. You have that thing in your stomach where you've got a bit of nervousness, but in the right way. Because you want to do well, you want to make your family proud, you want to put on a good show. And yeah, I mean, it's a moment where you've worked so hard sometimes in your career or in the season, it might be, and to have all that build up and to see so many smiles on the faces and so many loud voices in Agbra was astonishing.
I think it took me 2 weeks for me ribs to stop hurting, so I was leaning over that bloody barricade all game. Mental.
Amari, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
I know.
I bet you Welsh guy.
Screaming at the screen. I bet you were screaming at the screen, though, wasn't you?
Well, kind of. The babe was asleep, so I kind of like, large. Come on, right, Amari, you've got to see this. This is where I sit. This is where me and Shane sit, just here. You got the halfway line there, and then we're just here. So, they pass the ball to Amari. He's run. He's scored. He's going over there, but no, he's not. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's celebrating with the fans.
Right. Okay. I'm with you. Okay. You sit there.
At the bottom level.
When are you both going to be at the games together? Then the next game.
I will tell you. When I know myself. I'll look at the fixtures and I'll speak to Shane's always there, but no Wes, no Shane, no point. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
if you give me a shout as well there for warm up, and I'll come over and get a little photo with you guys as well.
Brilliant.
That'd be nice. I'll wear my signed Amari Morgan-Smith shirt. Shane, you can read the program, mate. Signed program, and I'll wear the shirt. Is that okay?
Guys, I'm gonna have to nip off as well now because I've got about 20 missed calls I need to get back to.
Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Who else is it? I don't know. Amari, thank you so much for coming on. Oh my God, it's been amazing. You've been brilliant. And we've made it so long that your teammates will switch off, guarantee, after 10 minutes. They'll be like, nah, no point. No point.
Surely you can edit some bits out. Some of the bits where I don't know.
No, that's not.
I think YouTube will kick us off if we carry on for much longer.
I'm only joking. Nah, it's been a pleasure, mate. It's been a pleasure, guys. I've enjoyed myself tonight, and look forward to seeing you guys again.
Maury, it's been absolutely brilliant. It's been an absolute honour having a good chat with you. So, thanks ever so much for your time, and go well for Saturday, and we'll hopefully see you Tuesday.
Before you go, we just need to do a little photo just so I can just tease everyone, and then so if everyone does big smiles to the camera, please. Yeah, your hair's looking amazing. Although it's in there ready. Look at the camera. Yeah, that'll do. That's close enough. Yeah, I'm more excited than anyone else in that photo, so that's brilliant. Well done.
Hashtag new profile pic.
No, it'll be when it's just me and Amari and Costa.
It's all right. I can use Photoshop myself.
Yeah, do it. Amari, thank you so much, mate. Saturday, I'll be in touch. Yeah, I'll be in touch anyway.
Good evening, guys. Thank you. Cheers. See you later.
Cheers, Amari. You've been brilliant. Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, what a legend. Oh my goodness. I just feel like we've been here forever. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, what a guy. You can't beat that, can you? Can you beat? Is there any point doing any more? I don't think so.
That's where we ended, I think, don't we? We've to Bradford Park Avenue, but right now it really gives a toss.
Shane, are we going to win?
Currently 17th, and we did a 5-1 back in October, so it's looking handy. But
fingers crossed. We'll take 1-0. Amari's goal. Don't mind. I don't care.
Yeah, but what an insight to the dressing room, the player himself.
Oh no!
And we digressed quite a bit. Went on those winding Welsh country roads, but that's the beauty of a conversation, and what a conversation we've had tonight.
I have interviewed many a footballer, not Hernan Crespo, but many a footballer, and you've got to pad it. You've got to feel it out to start with, to see where they're going to go and see what they, what they might like to do, what they might not like to do and stuff. And then he was just up for it all. It was fine. He just needs a girlfriend. He just needs a girlfriend. Anyway, we've got to end this. All right. So we're going to be Bradford. Amazing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're not a member of Harriers Hotline and you're on Facebook and you're a Harriers fan, please come and join us. You can have a guest in attendance, win a mug if you want to. That'd be awesome. Shane, thank you so much for everything, buddy. We'll be back next week.
Pleasure.
We'll be back next week. So see you guys later. Bye. Bye.